owner operator, after all expenses, you should be able to make six figures, somewhere around $100,000 to $115,000 a year. Some people called me an idiot because I used a $150,000 truck and a $40,000 trailer to calculate our cost per mile of running a one-truck trucking company in 2024. The cost per mile that we came up with was $2.03, but we can clearly see that today's loads do not pay anywhere near $2.03. The loads pay about $1.70, $1.80 per mile round trip, so there's no way you can make money in today's trucking market. So this doesn't make any sense. So today we're going to go to the other extreme and pretend that you have enough cash money to purchase a used truck and trailer and have absolutely no equipment payment, and we'll see what our cost per mile will be then. So we're going to remove the $150,000 Cascadia and the $40,000 dry van. Now let's pretend that you have been working as a truck driver for the past 5 or 6 years and you were able to save some money. Actually, $50,000. You're going to buy a $30,000 used truck, maybe at an auction, and a $20,000 dry van trailer. So you have no payments whatsoever. You own the equipment outright. So we're going to put $30,000 for our truck, $20,000 for our trailer. Since now we own the equipment and have no payments, we're going to remove the equipment payment. Our insurance is going to go down. Last time I put $20,000, but 5% is our physical damage. So if our equipment cost is $100,000 less, this means that here we can save about $5,000 on insurance. So it's still a new venture. Insurance will be pretty expensive. I'm going to use $15,000 for the insurance. Our equipment cost is going down, our insurance cost is going down, but you know what's going to go up? Our repairs. So originally I put on a new truck $1,000 per month in maintenance and simple repairs. So that came out to $12,000 a year. But now with a used truck with 600,000 miles and a used trailer, you're going to have blown tires, brakes, radiators, maybe injectors, maybe DEF problem, knock sensors and stuff like that. So I think I can easily say that instead of $12,000 a year, our repair cost will be about $30,000 a year. And if you are thinking about becoming an owner-operator, after buying your equipment, you still should have at least $30,000 in cash sitting in your bank account for all these unexpected repairs. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you are buying a used truck, a high mileage truck, it's going to break down more often than a new truck or a low mileage truck. So last time we calculated our revenue based on 46-week operation. We gave 4 weeks of vacation to the driver. We gave him 2 weeks for breakdowns and canceled loads. But in this case, I think that could actually come down to even less than 46 weeks, because every time you break down, you have to tow your truck, you have to wait for parts. That all adds up. And in a year, you're going to have your truck sitting for much longer than expected. This is something to keep in mind, but I'm not going to change that. We're still going to assume that our truck is going to make 115,000 miles a year. So now we have no equipment expense. Our insurance went down, but our repairs are going way up. So let's sum it all up and see what our total cost of operation is. So this all comes out to $198,231. All right, so this $2.03 a mile is no longer true. All right, so our total expense, and this is with a driver. Keep in mind, we're putting a driver in our truck. We're not doing anything. The driver is driving our truck. We pay him 65 cents a mile. The driver is making 74 grand. Our total expense is 198. And now let's see what's the cost per mile. So if your truck, after all the breakdowns and vacation and driver getting sick, still can get 115,000 miles a year, your cost per mile, you ready? Take a guess. $1.72 per mile. I don't know what else you can save on. Maybe if you can repair your own truck, 30 grand, maybe you still have to pay for parts. So maybe you can save about $15,000 here, but everything else, maybe you can get cheaper insurance. If especially in your second, third, or fourth year, this could come down to about $8,000-9,000 a year. So really you're looking at $1.70 a mile. That's a very, very realistic if you have a paid off truck, no truck payment. So it really, in today's world, it only makes sense if you were to drive your own truck and eliminate the driver. So now let's eliminate the driver and pretend that you are an owner operator. You bought your truck for cash and you drive the truck yourself. Let's see what the cost per mile is and how much money you can make a year. So with the fuel, it doesn't go up and stays about $3.50 per gallon. Our total cost is $123,481. So if you were to drive your own truck, our cost per mile is $1.07. So in this case scenario, your cost is close to $1 a mile, which is not bad. So if nothing changes in the market, the loads pay about $2 a mile, the fuel stays at 3.5, then you can drive about 115,000 miles yourself. This should be what you're gonna make a year as an owner operator. After all expenses, you should be able to make six figures, somewhere around $100,000 to $115,000 a year. But if you ever think about getting a second truck and putting a driver in it, doesn't make any sense. If you are an owner operator, let me know in the comments what is your cost per mile and what kind of equipment did you buy? Did you buy a new truck, used? Did you finance? Did you buy it cash? And are you making any money?